Hello LeggLife viewers, in honor of our Disneyland trip coming up this week, we thought we would share with you one of our absolute favorite Disney souvenir kind of tips that we do every trip. Disney is an expensive vacation. There is no way getting around that, no matter how long or how short your trip is. It is always expensive to go on any type of Disney vacation. But they're vacations you want to remember. Right? Like, you spent all this money, it was so fun, so great, and you want to remember that. So what do? Like, how do you buy souvenirs at every area? That gets expensive quickly. So,
and it takes up a lot of space in your suitcase.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that
getting something, even just like figurines or something like that's going to take up a lot of space.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so after our first trip to Disneyland a few years ago, we came up with this idea, and we're not the first ones to come up with this. This is out there, but we do it, and we absolutely love it. So, to start with, Disney pin trading is a huge thing. Like, you can buy these lanyards in the parks. You can buy them online, and you'll see people walking around with pins like all over the lanyard, and you can even like walk up and trade pins with people.
Mm-hmm. And not just like park goers, but like all the cast members. A lot of the cast members have these too. Yeah,
that's right. And so Disney pin trading is huge, but we loved the idea of the Disney pins, but we weren't a huge fan of walking around the park with like all this weight around your neck. But what was so cool is that they have Disney pins for everything Disney, right? Like, a lot of the rides have their pins. Every park has its own pin, and so they're kind of very specific, which is awesome. So here's what we do with our Disney pins. We bought this kind of felt-covered Mickey head on Etsy. I think it was like $30 or so.
Oh my gosh. It took them like 4 to 6 weeks because they do make them per order.
Yeah, and so what we have done is we buy the Disney pins, but we buy them and treat them as souvenirs. So we don't take this with us to the parks. But if you...
That would look pretty funny.
That would look hilarious. Like, how about that? Like, on my lanyard.
Remind me.
So I'm going to hold this up and just kind of show you some of the things on there. So if you look across this, we have a pin on there from our Disney... This is the Disney Dream pin from our cruise this last year. There's the Castaway Key pin from Disney's Private Island. Sorry, Sharon, kind of blocking your head there. There are pins on here from the Epcot Food and Wine Festival we went to. The 2015 pin, 2014 pin, 2013 pin. This year, we get to get our 2016 pin, which is awesome.
And the 60th anniversary pin. I'm sure they've got
60th anniversary pin. So we have pins from, like I said, Disney's Animal Kingdom. We have the My First Visit to Walt Disney World pin. So this is what we do for our souvenirs. Like, when we come home from a Disney park or a Disney trip, we don't have like a bag full of shirts, or we don't have, a lot of souvenirs. But what we do have is like pins.
Different pins of everything that we did and everywhere we went. And
yeah.
And then, some that we just like. We have one that says, "I'll be your Mickey and I'll be your Minnie." Those are just cute.
We have a Baymax pin, because I love Baymax.
We have the Walt Disney right here in the middle.
We've got to have Walt in the middle. So that is our Disney pin souvenir kind of life hack tip.
And they're pretty cheap. I mean, they're anywhere from like $6.95 to $15.95, I think, depending on which one you get. Some of them are more, some of them kind of do fun things. Those are a little more expensive, but pretty cheap. I mean, when it comes to souvenirs.
Yeah, I bet for the trip we go to Disneyland this week, I bet we spend $30 maybe on souvenirs, and we'll come home and we'll put our pins on here. And what's really cool is that you can see, I mean, there's a lot of pins on here, but if we condense them, like, we could fit twice as many or more.
I mean, you just take them off. Like, they just come right off, and then you move them around and put them back.
Yeah, so there's a ton of space on here, so we can fit a lot more pins on here. And it's fun just to be able to look over this and be like, oh yeah, do you remember this? Or oh yeah, do you remember that? It's like, we even saved on the Disney Cruise Line pin. You'll see there's like a little piece of Mickey confetti under there.
That was dropped in one of the shows on the cruise. Yeah,
so we saved that and put it as a back, one of our pins. So there you go. There's a Disney pin souvenir hack if you're going on any Disney vacation and you're looking for a kind of an affordable, but also we think a great way to remember your trip.
It's just fun. And then we just have this mounted. We just got a little hangy thing, and we just mount it on our wall in our office, and then we can actually see it and remember the specific pieces of our trip.
And we don't have to walk around the parks with like 13 pounds of like flair on our neck.
Right.
So there you go. Thank you guys for watching, and we cannot wait to add some new pins this week.
Yeah, and tell us some more of your other tips and tricks and stuff. We're always interested.
We'd love to hear from you guys who go on Disney trips. What are some of the things that you do to commemorate your trip? What are some things that you, that you do? We'd love to hear it.
Yep.
See you guys soon.